Hey everyone, welcome back to Coded Row. In today's video, we're diving into Unreal Engine 5 with C++. We'll be learning how to create and use components in our projects. Components are essential building blocks in Unreal Engine, and they can greatly enhance the functionality of your actors. Let's get started. So let's open up our project. So you'll see that I opened my Intro to C++. And now let's create our custom component. So I'm just going to go over to my C++ classes folder, Intro to C++, and then right click and click New C++ class. And I'm going to scroll down and just select actor component. So I'll double click on this and I'll just call this my custom component. And I'll hit create class and it'll add code to the project. And now my Visual Studios will open with my custom component.c++, my custom component.h for header. So in the my custom component.h, we'll define the basic properties and functions for our component. Let's add a simple float variable and a function to print a message to the console. So in this public at the very bottom where it's called every frame, I'll click enter, type in U_property, a blueprint read write, and category is equal to custom. And I'll do float called my float. And then I'll call a U function, and this is going to be a blueprint callable, and the category will also be custom. And I'll do void print message. And now you'll see this squiggly line saying that the function print message is not found. So we need to take this over to our CPP file or C++ file. So I'll just copy paste it. So I'll just copy paste the name, go over to our C++, and now we'll initialize our variables and define the function behavior. So right under this primary component tick, I'll add a my float and initialize this to be 0.0f. And below this U my custom component, that's calling the tick component, I'm just going to add another void U my custom component colon, and we'll add that print message function that we have. And then I'll open curly bracket and I'll do something like if gengine, then we're going to do gengine add on screen debug message -1 5.0f f color colon yellow text. And in these quotes, I'll do hello from my custom component and add a semicolon at the end. And now let's go over what each of these things do. So I'll go back to my custom component.h and explain things. So the description U_property is a macro used in Unreal Engine to expose class member variables to the Unreal editor and the engine's reflection system. It allows the properties to be edited in the editor, serialized, and accessed in blueprints. So blueprint read write is a specifier used within U_property declaration. It allows a property to be both read and written from blueprints. That means you can get and set the value of this property within the blueprints. Edit anywhere is a property or a specifier used in Unreal Engine's U_property macro, which controls how a property can be edited within the Unreal editor. So the purpose edit anywhere specifier allows a property to be edited in the Unreal Engine's or Unreal Editor's property windows for any instance of the class. This means the property can be modified both in the blueprint editor and directly in the level editor. So category, this specifier is used within a U_property or U_function declaration, and it organizes the properties and functions into categories in the Unreal editor. This helps in keeping the editor interface tidy and manageable. Blueprint callable is a specifier used within U_function declaration. It indicates that the function can be called from within the blueprint. And this allows designers to use the function in the blueprint visual scripting system. And now I'll just hit save for this .h file. And I'll go back to my C++ and explain a few things there. So we created this void U_my_custom component. And the U_my_custom component is the name of a custom component class that you created. It derives from the U_actor component, which is a base class for components that can be added to an actor to define its behaviors and properties. Which is why the my_custom component is also a actor component, just like stated here in the .h file. And now the description gengine, it's a global pointer to the engine's main instance. It provides access to engine-wide functionalities and services, such as logging, rendering, and messaging. And now what we did next is add an on-screen message debug message. And what this does, it's a method provided by gengine that allows you to display debug messages on the screen. This is useful for debugging purposes as it lets you output text to the screen without using the console. So we called the on-screen debug message from the gengine, as so. And then the -1, this key is for the message. -1 means the message will not replace any existing message. And the 5.0f is a float, which means the duration in seconds of the message that will be displayed. So this will display for 5 seconds. F color yellow just means the text will be yellow. And the text with this and the text property using what's in the quotes will be what's displayed. So what should be displayed is hello from my custom component with an exclamation mark. So I'll go ahead and hit save on both of these. And now what I want to do is go back to the Unreal Engine editor, and you can either open your existing actor or create a new one. Assuming that not all people will have seen the previous lessons, I will go ahead and right click, new C++ class, and create a new actor. And I'll call this my actor 2 and hit create class. And now I'll go back to my Visual Studios. And now let's go back to my Visual Studios, and you'll see that my actor2.c++ and the .h file are both open. In the .h file, I'm just going to make sure that we'll include the custom component and declare it as a property. So in order to do that, I'll just go up here where it says hashtag include, and I'll do something like hashtag include, and then in quotes, I will add the my custom component.h, just like this. And now down here where it says public called every frame, I'm just going to add a couple spaces and do a U property visible anywhere so that we can see this from anywhere. Blueprint read only, and category will be components. And now under this, I'll include a U my custom component, just like we created, star custom component, and semicolon. So the visible anywhere makes the property visible anywhere and editable in the Unreal Editor, but only in read-only mode in the property windows. And the type uMyCustomComponent with a star, this is the pointer to the instance of uMyCustomComponent, which is a custom component class derived from uActorComponent. And the name custom component, so this is the name of the property, and it represents an instance of the uMyCustomComponent class that's attached to the actor. So now I'll hit save and go to the myactor2.c++ file. And under this can tick ever true, or can ever tick is equal to true, I'm just going to add that custom component we created. So custom component is equal to create default sub object, and then a lesson sign with a U, my custom component, and then inside I'll include a text, another parentheses, and in quotes, I'll do custom component and a semicolon at the end. And don't forget the greater than sign after the uMyCustomComponent, component, or else you will get errors. And then under the void my actor2 begin play, under this super begin play, I'm just going to add a if custom component. So basically, if custom component is true, then custom component will print message. So now I'm just going to build or compile my project by holding Control-Shift-B, and now you'll see it building with the new changes. And now that it's done compiling, I'm just going to go back to my Unreal Editor, drag in my actor 2 that I created, and now when I hit play on the top left, I should see that debug message saying hello from my custom component, just like this. And it's in the yellow text, just like we specified, and it stayed there for exactly 5 seconds. And that's it for today's tutorial on creating and using components in Unreal Engine with C++. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Code with Ro for more Unreal Engine tutorials. Don't forget to check the description below for links to our Discord and Patreon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.